think we're live. We're back. Sandra's here now.
Hello, Sandra.
All right, we're taking off the headphones. We are having so much fun. Sandra, the Roofing Queen, is in the house now. This is my girl right here. This girl and I've been drinking, but
I know now.
Get nice, warm, and fuzzy, cuddly feeling.
So, Sandra is literally one of my heroes. Like, I met her, and she's one of those people that just changes your life. She changes the way that you think about your potential. You know what I mean? Like, you see somebody like Sandra, you see what she's done in such a short period of time, and it's so inspiring. So to be a woman in a man's world, to be killing it, building a company from the ground up, literally.
And then building things.
And she's like, and look, this lady puts on a hard hat and drives a truck and rolls out.
I was waiting for the hard hat. Like,
She
when she
rolls
came, I was like,
out.
where's the Rosie the Riveter outfit? Like, I was expecting overalls and,
Yes.
like, little bandana and just be like, yes. And then maybe, like, a glass of wine if you're not a...
No,
whiskey-
tonight.
No.
I was wearing that earlier, but not tonight.
So we know that, Sandra, we know that you're amazing, but from your own perspective, right? What I want to, I know we've all heard a bunch of stories about you've been through a million things, and you've told so many of your stories to different platforms already. But would you share with people just a little bit of your story of where you came from and why are you doing this roofing company? Why roofing?
I feel like you're going to start crying.
She
Like,
might. No, I mean...
Do you need some gin? I think I might have some, like, tonic in my bag somewhere.
Sandra has, we've been building her company together, I feel like, and I'm really proud of what she's done, but, I wouldn't be doing it without you.
Just so you know, guys, the roofing queen term is all her. She created a monster.
Well, she had somebody to, like, there was a reason why she put queen next to it, not just because you're a woman, but because you dominate what you're doing.
She is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, like, Brick House, the song, was it?
I'm a brick.
Was there something? Do you know
Sandra's a
them?
brick house.
I don't know.
So
I'm just so, like, I don't even know what to say. I mean, with that introduction, I'm just a regular person. I mean, I work in construction for almost 11 years now. Wow. And I did pretty much everything. Hey, I don't go up on roof. I don't do that. No. I just supervise the guys, but I know every step, what it needs to be done to put a roof. Whether it's shingles or metal or modified roofing or a recoating or a restoration, that's what I do. And yes, I'm in a male-dominated business. Yes, it is.
Most of us are. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, to quote the song, it's a man's world.
Yeah.
And,
No, the funny thing is when you are going to talk to this customer, and you're on the phone, and then I show up.
Yeah. They're like, really?
And the
This is who I have? Some lady who's going to tell me things
I have
that
both.
I don't know?
Like, oh, nice to meet you. They welcome you. Other people is like, no.
Oh, girl.
Or
Like,
some
I work in
people-
the whiskey business, so, like, another very
right,
male-dominated industry.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I mean, it's amazing that I now get to work for a woman-owned company. So
Right.
we're all about female empowerment and
you're
everything.
getting
but, like,
respect because of your knowledge, just like
well,
Sandra.
you got to prove to them.
Well, you have
your
to
knowledge.
earn that.
As soon as you walk in, they're not like,
You
I'm
have
going
to
to
earn
listen.
respect. It's not like I tell people ask me that question all the time. How do you manage all these people? It's not like, oh, hi, I'm your boss, nice to meet you, you work for me now. You have to earn that respect. You have to build it because you're working with men, with trades. It's hard. When you're a
Especially
woman,
in yours,
and
it's a very old school line of thinking.
You're a
Like, they're just
woman.
like, men do this. We build things.
And
women cook. They
if
knit.
you're a
do
woman
whatever
and
the stereotypes are.
Well, I think they expect her to answer the phone, but I don't think they expect her to actually show up to the job site and be there, like, taking measurements.
Oh, I have
and-
reactions on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Being a
people is
woman
like,
and a woman of color going in and just
Well.
being like, I'm not just, I'm not the boss's wife. I am the boss.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that people might think, oh yeah, that roofer is your husband. No, my husband is an electrician. He works for the government. He has
Like, it's
nothing
in
to do
the-
with
yeah.
this. No,
He can put stuff in the house.
he
but,
doesn't
like,
know. I swear to God, he doesn't know anything about roofing. I'm gonna.
So you're the
fix
one
it.
who's coming in with the power tools at home. He's like, I'll like replace the light bulb, but like you're the one that's.
I just tell him, hey, this needs
Yeah.
to be changed. That's me.
But your dad was
My dad was
construction
because I was
engineer?
going to
Yeah,
go
like, how
back a
did
little
you-
bit.
yeah.
So I was born in Lima, Peru. My father was a Spanish diplomat, and he married my mom. And we traveled a little bit, and then they decided to settle in Peru, and then he quit. Because, as a diplomat, you need to fly and move around. So he became his career as a builder. He was a civil engineer. And I remember when I was little, he took me with him to his job sites, and I guess I liked it. But then I became an accountant.
I can build things. It's like it's
this.
better than just, the Lego blocks.
But life is an
Lincoln logs.
unexpected journey, and I'm telling you, I became an accountant. I'm a CPA in my country, not here, but I'm an accountant, and I work in accounting.
It's amazing how things don't transition over. Like, you are in your country, but you're not here. Like, I have friends from, like, Ukraine and everything, and
Yeah.
thankfully they're here, not the Ukraine, but, like,
Right.
they a doctorate, and then they come here, and they're like, nope, you got to do it all over again.
Well, life take you to places, and you just need to take it. I mean, and if you move to the U.S. or you move to Germany, you really need to assimilate the culture, and that's what I'm trying to do. I know my English sucks. I know.
No,
but,
we were talking about your like it's a beautiful accent, but you were
thank
very easy
you.
to understand, so you're fine.
Thank you.
Please.
But it could be an advantage and a disadvantage too, depending on the people. But then you said I have to reinvent myself, and that's what I did. I was in Florida for a while. I moved there in 2006, and I lived there for a while. And I moved to Frederick in 2010, and working construction since 2011. And now COVID, I got laid
They
off.
put the whole world upside down.
Yes,
Everything kind of changed.
and that's when I started my company. And I'm
So what year did the company start?
But in January 2021.
Okay,
Just a year ago.
that's
And
amazing.
she's
Well, it's gonna
killing
be
it.
two.
No, she's like one of the best competitors. She's in SAS
Wait,
magazine.
you
She's
won
like
the best of the best.
Well, I'm
competitors.
a finalist. Yes.
You basically
And
won.
then
That's for being around for a
For
year and
1
then
year.
getting to that point. That
And
is.
look, if you ask people in the area, everybody knows the Roofing Queen. Everyone knows Sandra.
I know. And
you
I got
put like a little crown on top of your
I
truck
literally
outside,
had a
like,
filter, and
I
I've
know,
been
this
doing
is
videos
insane.
of her with the crown filter. Yeah. I'm
No,
like,
just get it like with like a little wire, like Fairly Odd
no,
Parents
it has to
style.
be with a bling bling.
Yeah,
That would
just
be
like have it
great.
just like
Just
as
like a
you're yeah.
spring-
Don't
thing.
give her ideas because she's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
do
giving
it.
her all the
I
ideas.
love
Listen,
it.
as a working for a woman-owned company, like I refer to Becky as the Wonder Woman of whiskey. As far as I'm concerned, I know a lot of people will agree with me. And being a woman in construction, like
You're
as
killing it.
I drive in DC a lot,
you.
and there's a lot of construction there, and I see a lot of women working in the construction. A lot of them tend to just have like the sign
It
thing
is
that I know.
changing. I mean, I have to say that the world is changing for women in construction. We are more, and this is it's like I'm being contacted. I'm talking to people all over the country. I just did an interview for the National Builder Association.
You did a what?
An interview
For who?
for the National Builder Association.
Say it louder. That's
Yeah,
a big
girl.
deal. That's a big deal.
So
the National Builders Association.
Yes, and we were talking about that a little bit, and we are more and more, and this is one of my goals that in 10 years by now, teenage girls, instead of doing something that they don't like, because I'm telling you, I did accounting for a while, and I was like,
You're
this
like,
is
I'm
not
good
for
with
me.
numbers, but like it's not
Yes,
what
but
I'm
I
born
was
and
getting
passionate about.
bored because it's like,
Like I'm too smart for this.
Yeah, or you want to do something with your hands,
Yeah.
right? Be more active.
or you just want to
in
go
the field.
outside and meet people. So for a lot of girls that they don't fit or they are not good with books,
Right.
going to college,
That was never
trades,
me.
they can be trades. You can be a welder, you can be a roofer, you can be a carpenter, you can be a mechanic,
I
anything.
wish trade schools were a lot more, I guess, acceptable. So I graduated in 08 at Loudoun Valley High School, right around the corner from the distillery. I know I keep bringing it back, but I went to high school right there.
Right.
And I remember like going to school and like the kids, I was only there for 2 years, but like the kids were like the trade school kids or like the dumb kids. I'm like, Mama, do you know what they're making?
Right.
All like
They
you all
have
went to
a
college. I didn't go to
job.
college. I got very lucky. I stayed in the restaurant industry and started working for Catoctin. Now I make at least 6 figures. Like I'm one of the lucky few. But the trade school kids, like they're making money.
Yep.
And they don't
everybody
have
else
a
who went to-
loan. And they don't have a loan.
security.
It's
They have
just,
security.
Like all the other kids who went to
Yeah.
school and what they went for a liberal arts degree. I'm sorry for those out there who did.
And
Like
you
I'm
have
sure
to
I hope
pay.
you're doing well, but the majority are not making
And they have
what you
debt.
can make as a trade. Yeah. So you're definitely not making.
No, trades are something that, I mean, people should think about it. I mean, the youngest people, they should think about it. I know everybody wants to do games and IT and play with computers and whatnot, but it's not for everybody. I mean, we need trades. We need masons. We need carpenters. We need all kinds of people.
And that pride in your work and using your hands, I think a lot of kids, once they experience that, they
Look
love
what I
it.
did. I did this.
Yeah,
I'm
like
driving
building
with my roofers in my truck, and then Miss Sandra, I did that, and I work on that, and it's this pride, you know, it's awesome. The feeling is just awesome.
Jeff knows. He's like, man, I made that headstone.
I financed the headstone.
Hey.
Did a little chisel. Well, a couple hammer
Here,
swings.
Jeff, I don't think Sandra's going to want this. You want this last shot?
Do you want to try just a little bit of it? You might be pleasantly surprised.
There you go, Jeff. There we go.
So
all right,
this
so what
is
is our last one here?
Our watershed gin. So
smells sweet.
Funny enough, Becky is not the biggest fan of at least like London dry style gin.
Okay,
so
I'm just gonna take that one that looks kind of
I
like
can give you a
water.
little one.
Little
You're
tiny
good.
bit.
She's
So
trying
this
the
is
gin.
not going to be that big like juniper
I'm
bomb
a
to the
chicken,
face.
sorry.
It's not going to taste like you're, chewing on a Christmas tree pine needle.
It smells so good, though.
It's very floral, lots of citrus aspects to it. So it's like a sipping gin. Very approachable. Let that burn go, get past it. I was going to say, it was like, I have tonic. I can easily open up, like, wherever my bed. I think it's over there.
Sandra, it's good, right?
He's like, yeah.
It does have...
Well, I was going to say, if you wanted to, you can always, like, add a little water to it. So, like, when it comes to spirits, the great way of thinking, or I guess the comparison is, water is to spirits as air is to wine.
That was a strong.
So when you open up a bottle of wine, they want you to aerate it, let it breathe a little bit. So it allows some things to, evaporate off, and it allows all those flavors to come through. When you add some water to a spirit, it allows those flavors to come out of it. So don't, feel like you can't add some water or ice to
I
a
like
spirit.
drinking liquor on ice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my favorite.
There's nothing wrong with that little bit of dilution, because again, it helps things. If you want to do a whiskey on the rocks or whiskey with ice and then some water on top, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the flavor that you're looking for, whether it's the proof that you're trying to stay away from, or if that's just what you enjoy drinking.
Yeah. I'm really just trying to cut back on calories. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to be doing something, I'd rather just drink it on the rocks and not have like juice or some added calories.
And then
to
adding
it.
water to it again,
and there's no extra
elongates the flavor. Like I always say, for a cask proof, even though it's a little higher in cost, if you put a big round stone or big square stone in there,
Sip on it.
you kind of like allow it to go through all the evolutions of the whiskey, and it's delicious. Like, we're not pretentious at Catoctin. We're just like, as long as you like it, we're fine with
however
it.
you want to drink it like that.
Yeah, we're happy that you're drinking it. Like, we've had plenty of people who are like, can you put Dr. Pepper in this? And Becky's like, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. Like, the spice level of our rye and then Dr. Pepper, yes. Is that how you like it? That's how you like drinking it? Keep buying it. Cook with it. We don't care as long as you keep buying it.
Buy it and drink it. And so... this last week we were doing video. Sorry, totally changed topics, but I was doing videos with Sandra. Yeah, no, I have to go back and get some more footage, but she just did this metal roof project for
It's a restoration project.
restoration.
It's a very special project to me because it's for Steadfast, standing firm against youth homelessness. They are restoring this old house next to the FCF property, the church. It doesn't belong to the church, but it's in the property. And they are going to shelter 7 young kids. I think they're between 18 and 22 that they're homeless. They're living in the street. So I decided to help them out with a special pricing, of course, and it's gorgeous. The way the roof turned out, it's just like, I was almost in tears when I saw the final product.
Is it on your social media?
And I did before pictures. I'm going to go get some sunset after pictures and capture something.
With the drone, right?
Yeah, with the drone. And
it's a
beautiful.
coating. It's no metal. It's like an acrylic coating that you put on top of the metal to just scrap everything, clean everything, power wash, and fix all the cracks. And then on top of that, you have like a base coat and a primer, and then on top the acrylic, which you can pick the color. So it's a really thick thing like this, and it's gonna last forever. That's what we did.
That's amazing.
It's very, very exciting. It's a new thing. Well, not new, but it's different, you know.
So if you have time or have somebody, another woman that you can send out, and I would hope it'd be you, but I want to say in November, we're doing an event over at Of Love and Regret in Baltimore.
I've heard of that.
That's so it's very, like, they have Catoctin and women owned, and we're doing a networking
Oh,
event.
nice.
Yeah.
We can go together.
We should
So,
go. Yeah.
and we'll exchange contact information
Yeah,
because
sure.
being a woman-owned company, so March, if you didn't know, you should know, it's Women's Month.
Yeah.
So
that was
I'm
what I was
And
gonna ask you.
October is the Hispanic Heritage Month.
there you go.
So this is my month, and my birthday is on.
So I would like to invite both of you to come. I'm going to actually do the polar bear plunge for the first time this year ever. So if you want to do it, please.
When?
I'll tell you. I'll send you the dates. But
If
you
I'm
wanna
not
sign up with me
working
on my
an
team-
event,
But it's supposed to be really fun, and like Dave Hawkins from Hawkins Landscaping buys everybody drinks and dinner afterwards.
Oh,
And it's
this
like a
is-
networking thing.
Okay.
It's through Coffee Connection, so it's
Yeah.
super fun. But you know, there's so many good things you can do in the community. So thank you for being that person. I love working with you because of that. And
Oh, you're so sweet.
you know, this is something, this project, this show is a fundraising effort. So let me just give a quick plug to our, you know, the purpose of what we're doing right now, raising some money, hopefully, for Platoon 22. So Platoon 22 is a program to help prevent suicide, basically. So on average, 22 veterans commit suicide a day, and Platoon 22 is a program to help support them, give them the tools they need, emotional support, mental support, help them get a job, whatever they need help with. And Platoon 22 has Platoon Outdoors, which I'm really excited about, the outdoor program, getting veterans hunting. And there's now the Veteran Services Program and the Veteran Services Center opening right here in Frederick, which is super exciting. So if you have even $5, $10 you can donate, please go to Platoon 22. Donate today if you can. And, you know, everybody here, thank you for supporting what we're doing. I hope this has been fun for you guys. I know I've had a blast. Thank you again, everyone, for coming on. We have
do a
one
little cheers
more
to the vets.
toast here
Thank
for the
you.
veterans.
The veterans and to the
And
women in the industry.
Thank you, Danny Farrar and Soldierfit, for letting us use the studio here to do the show. And thanks to all my guests for coming and all of our sponsors. Until next time, thank you, Venue Media, again, for producing the show. Cheers. We're out. Bye.
Bye.